In this tutorial, we're going to look at two new objects. This goes with the fourth tutorial in the basic Max documentation. And the two new objects that we're going to look at are toggle and the metro object. To make a toggle object, just hit T. Just hit T. To make a metro object, hit N and then type metro. The toggle object, I'm going to hit N and type print. And I hit print, and you'll see I have a 1, and now I have a 0. So that tells us a little bit about what the toggle object does. It outputs a non-zero value or a 0. And a non-zero value means that it is on, and a 0 value means that it is off. So the reason I specify a non-zero value is because, say for instance, I send a message to my toggle box 200. If I go over here, you see that it has printed out 200 and has turned the toggle box or toggle object on. So really, it's any non-zero value or a 0 for on and off. This object is useful in conjunction with the metro object. And if you have a musical background and you've practiced with the metronome, you have an idea of what this object does. It creates a steady beat at a tempo that you give it, and it can be used to automate many different processes. And the way you would do that is you create a toggle object. Just like with a regular metronome, you need an on and off button, and the toggle provides that function. You need to tell the metronome how fast to go, and you can do that with a message or with a number box. Note that in Max, when you're providing values, you're providing these values in milliseconds, which means that this 1000 is 1000 milliseconds, in other words, 1 second. So this metro object, as I have created it right here, outputs a bang every 1 second. So to test this out, we hit Command E. We tell the metronome what speed it should be at, so you have to initiate that. Alternatively, you can give it a default argument and then have this be an alternate argument. And then when you click the toggle to turn the metronome on, you'll see that every second it's outputting a bang. If you want to slow this down, you would hit this 2000, so that's 2 seconds. Now you'll note, if we were to put a bang here, anytime you hit the bang, it essentially restarts the metronome, so it is in sync with the bang that you just sent to the left inlet. If you wanted to take this one step further, first of all, we can turn our metronome off. What you could do is create a scenario in which one toggle is actually controlling 3 different metronome objects at different speeds. So I hit Alt and drag to get a new metronome object. And then I have connected all of my inlets to turn, my left inlets to turn on the metronomes, or the metro objects. And then I'm going to provide 3 different speeds. And I'm going to provide a bang and I'm going to provide a bang. A bang so that I can send each of the metros their starting value, and whoops, 3 bangs underneath to allow us to see what's going on. You'll see you can get different patterns from the bangs. And this is very useful if you want to automate a series of different processes simultaneously, or it's very useful if you want to automate a series of processes unfolding at different tempi from a single toggle, so single on button. So we've seen now that the toggle button is very useful in as a user interface object that we can use to turn on and off different processes, and that in conjunction with the metro object can be very useful for automating bangs.